Thank you, my selector. Say 1, 2, 3, hey, drop M's and see ya, now when I pull pass off, make us see ya, la tiba urimona rama, M's and see ya, now when I pull pass off, make us see ya, la tiba urimona rama, Rosena. Come on, 1, 2, 3, horse. La tiba urimona rama, now when I pull pass off, make us see ya, la tiba urimona rama, Rosena. Thank you, my selector.
Greetings to you from Liberty Life Wanderers. An hour and a half after the scheduled start of this first Castle Test match between India and South Africa. The Indian lineup today, minus Harbhajan Singh, but including 3 seamers, Singh, Srithan and Zahir Khan, with Anil Kumbli there, 1 spinner. South Africa, no spinner in their lineup, as we have known for a while, and that is the lineup for South Africa. First use of the ball, Steyn and Tini, Nel, Pollock and Callis, the 5-pronged pace attack. And much will depend on how they use that new ball in a shortened first session of this test match on a pitch that has been the subject of much discussion and conjecture in the last hour and a half due to the decision to use damp Hessian to try and prevent the cracks from widening on that pitch, and a disappointing way for a test series to start. And unfortunately we do start an hour and a half late, which does mean this day will finish a little later. The Australian Daryl Harper standing the 62nd test match down at the golf course end here at Liberty Life Wanderers, and his partner in his 14th test, the Englishman Mark Benson. Joining me in the commentary box for this first half hour, Daryl Cullinan. And just let's get it out of the way, Daryl, good morning. Now, just about good afternoon. And disappointing just initially about the pitch.
Good afternoon, Gerald, and good afternoon to all our viewers. Very disappointing, whatever the reasons given. It's actually inexcusable, but thankfully we've got a test match underway. Let's not forget that time can be made up this evening, albeit half an hour. So all the talk leading up into this test match was about South Africa's pace and how the Indian top order are going to deal with it.
And that top order begins with Verinder Sehwag and Wasim Jaffer, and it's Dale Steyn who's going to be taking the new ball from the golf course end. Huge opportunity for him. It's a short first session, just an hour this afternoon, and a big chance for South Africa to make inroads here. Must be said that the Indian top order is a little fragile, particularly Jaffer and Sehwag. So Graham Smith will be looking to get a big breakthrough early on here. Here we go. Oh, nice start from Dale Steyn. On the money.
He's going to charge in. That's a quick first delivery from Steyn. And Jaffer, having come off a warm-up game, he got a pair. And he's on 2 occasions on this tour. One-day international, he's batted twice, got a duck and a 10. So his tour of South Africa so far has yielded 10 runs. But if ever there was a time to come good, it would be today. It would be a great test of his technique.
Nice and fresh for Steyn from the golf course in the right area already.
It's quite interesting that normally Mackay and Tini, him being the senior bowler, would get a choice of ends. But with it though, he decided today that Steyn would take the first over. And from the golf course in, one thing you do get is a bit of extra bounce. And the carry is going to be something to watch here today. Where will it get to Boucher's gloves?
First one offline from Dale Steyn. Interesting to see, yes, how it carries, how that bounce, and how South Africa use it. You've got to use it cleverly, don't overuse it.
Well, that's the risk that sides run. Yeah, they tend to get a bit carried away when they see the good bounce and the good carry. Good carries generally, Boucher would take it just about waist height and above. The Wonders, we know, can be a bit slow on the first day. But so far, it's got through quite nicely.
Oh, there we go. First real short one, and it's up there in the 140s from Dale Steyn. Now the test of these two opening batsmen is so much. Have a look at that short one, perhaps just a little bit wide, and Jaffa playing inside. Here it is, and he's got it away for the first boundary of this test match. Short ball, and Jaffa deals with it very well.
Very impressive stroke. Effort ball from Mtini. He's not one of the slowest bowlers around. You can see that he's dug that in. The way that he's played it, that's with authority.
That's close. That's very, very close. That goes the finger. Mackay and Wasim Jaffa's woeful tour continues, just nipping back a little bit off the seam. It didn't bounce as much as he anticipated. First blood to Mackay and Tini.
No shot off it. When that happens, you're in trouble. His delivery coming back in. That was the previous delivery that he played to short leg. It was well picked up by Hashim Amla. That was the LBW shot. The next ball, it shows it would have just clipped the off stump, and as we said before, Jaffa not offering a shot. 14 for 1.
Rahul Dravid strides to the crease, and if there were ever two big guns to play a part, it's the two in picture now. He's been there before, Dravid. He's got a wonderful record in all forms of cricket, but particularly Test cricket, known as the Rock in India because of his immaculate defence, but will require all his skills. Last ball of the over, so he's at the non-strikers end. There's the run. Is it a catch? Yes, he's gone. Suddenly, India, all sorts of trouble. Sean Pollock deserved that wicket. He outthought his man. Beautiful bowling, and his form continues.
Well, Sean Pollock just stays in that corridor of uncertainty. That's where he's had a lot of success against the Indian batsmen in the one-day games. That continues here. It makes it very hard from the batting point of view to know which to play and which to let go. 14 for 2.
And that's the new batsman, the little master, the little maestro. 34 test hundreds for Sachin Tendulkar. And he's come in at a very, very difficult time. South African bowlers now finding their range. They spent probably 5-6 overs trying to get it right. Now, Sean Pollock, he's got the question sheet out. Have the Indian batsmen got the answers?
Sachin Tendulkar's got a lot of work to do. Got a very good 100 against South Africa during the first series back after readmittance at this ground.
Oh, eased away by Dravid. And that is a fine way to get off the mark, having not got off the mark before lunch. Daryl Cullinan.
Good afternoon, Gerald. A little loosen here from Sean Pollock after lunch. And this will please Dravid for its timing. Just leant on it and helped it on its way. It would have been a nervous lunch for both these batsmen. They know that so much of this innings depends on how well they play.
Wow. Beautiful shot. The resonance of the sound of the bat will tell you how well he struck that.
Well, those that doubt his form and where he is right now, this is a shot of confidence. It's full, it's a half volley. But the way that he's put it away with ease suggests that he's seen it well and is moving well.
And over the top. That's nicely played. Intentional shot. That is an intentional shot, and with that, Sachin Tendulkar has scored 10,500 career test runs in 133 tests. He's the 4th highest of all time. Lara Border and Steve Waugh, the men. That's a very good shot.
It's a remarkable shot. It looked as if he was bailing out of the shot for a moment, but in fact he never was. This was intentional, and he knew exactly where it was going.
I was waiting for the fielder to get across and pick it up, but it's not a chance. It's running away to the long off boundary. Beautifully timed, just leaning on it. The effort ball, as you could hear from Nell, and just eased away for another boundary to Tendulkar. It's 82 for 2.
Well, this is what makes him such a special player. Look at that. Take a photo of that. Just stands up. Hasn't really hit it that hard. He's just punched it. Andre Nel can't believe it. As a bowler, well, you can't simply do anything about that. It's back of a length. He just stood up tall and bang, straight down the ground, 4 runs.
Edge gone. Beautiful piece of bowling. Callis gets the big wicket, and de Villiers takes the catch. It's 83 for 3. Tendulkar gone for 44.
That's the length. Absolutely perfect. And A.B. de Villiers takes a comfortable catch. Perfect length, and it's just nipped away off the seam, and the big man goes. Tendulkar has gone for 44. It's 83 for 3.
The new man for India is VVS Laxman, who was called up to the tour during the one-day series as cover for Rahul Dravid. Finds himself playing in the first test, and he's got a very, very fine record. 281 his highest score, but this is why he's there.
Well, just been talking about it. They're setting him up, the man back on the hook. See there, a half prod. He's no real effort to get a big stride into the ball. He's got caught in the crease there. Doesn't know whether to come forward, and great piece of bowling from Jacques Kallis. And only 1 wicket away now from his 200th.
And he'll squeeze it away between Gully and the fifth slip to the boundary. 4 to Rahul Dravid. Breaks a bit of a trend. 91 for 3. Dravid to 26.
Too short from Ntini. That's a big one. And nicely played. He kept it down beautifully. And on this fast outfield that is beating most of the quick men, gets up on his toes way off the ground and just rides it down through that gap.
Oh, the short one, he's got it away, backward of square, 4 runs, 2 in a row. Well, he's seeing it right now. 1 short outside off, 1 middle, and well played by Dravid.
This is what me and you spoke about earlier on, shot selection. No man back there, it stayed a little low, but well played in the end.
Edge and gone. Beautifully bowled, Jacques Kallis. That really is a good delivery. We talked about bowling fuller, inviting the drive, and that's exactly what he's done. Neat catch from the skipper. He'll be delighted as well, but Kallis is the man.
He's worked hard for this wicket. It's up there. Just a little bit of nipping off the seam there, and that's a good catch by the captain, Graham Smith. He's worked hard as Kallis for that. Bit of disappointment earlier in the over, but that's fantastic. 2 big wickets for Kallis. And Rahul Dravid goes for 31. It's 110 for 4.
Saurav Ganguly makes his way to the wicket, and all of India will be waiting for this moment. There might have been a few South African bowlers also been waiting for this moment. Dada, as he's known in India, and they feel over there, and there's been a lot of press about it, that he might be their saviour. 83 in the first game, bounced out in the second innings 0 for 0, and I'm sure you'll get a couple of short pitch deliveries here. Mind you, it is swinging, and you know, the in-swing to the left-hander always difficult to face.
Once again, a great piece of bowling by Callis up there, and it just a little bit of movement off the seam. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Look at that. Getting him sort of 50-50 on the crease. That's lovely when you get that absolutely right. Perfect nick, and a good catch by the captain. First slip.
Yeah, it was a classic away swinger's dismissal. Absolutely classic. On the drive, edge, straight to slip. Immediately away, and be happy about that. And Callis will not be happy about that. I don't know, perhaps he is quite pleased about it, because Laxman's down at that end and he plays deep in the crease and fiddles around outside that off stump, and there are 4 slips in place, 3 in a sort of fine gully in place for that catch. And perhaps he fancies bowling to Laxman because he can bowl that fuller delivery much the same as he did to Dravid. Flipped away. That's beautifully played. And it's just the right height, and he's prepared to take him on, and Callis won't be unhappy with that. Whether they put 2 back's another thing. I think if they have 2 back, he'd probably be inclined not to play it, but this was just not quite high enough. Very close to his stumps when he finished.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about that, it wasn't high enough and wasn't really 100% in control of it.
He's done it again. And that's a better shot, but he's encouraging his man to play through there. And they must hold their nerve, Jacques Callis. It's a couple of good shots, but it's worth the gamble, because if he just pulls him a little wider again, you can see how far away the bat is from the pad. It only has to nip a little bit, and the slips are right in play, or the inside edge onto the stumps. It's a good-looking shot. Now just a tad wider. Jacques Callis caught it slip. Let's see if we can get our man.
And I'm afraid he's not going to get the wicket if he places it there. 4 runs, beautifully timed, but not the best line or length from Nell.
Very good leg side player, Laxman. Won't miss out too often. Maybe Nell with a bit of a way swing, getting a bit too ambitious there. Trying to bowl a bit straighter. Last delivery went for 4. That's just another look at that marginal shot. Good decision at the end of the day. You've probably got to give the batsman the benefit of the doubt.
Straight now against the right-hander, 4 runs. And it's 154 for 4 at the end of the over. What was looking to be a really good over, spoiled by that boundary.
No, he's just got to be patient, Andre. Now, I mentioned it in the last over. You beat the bat, you hit the batsman. Could easily have had a wicket. Then you try and do too much. You try and force the issue. Try and knock him over. And he knows that. That's what that frustration's about.
Yeah, he's driven it. It's a catch. Sean Pollock has taken an outstanding catch, and Davies' steal shot has ended in his demise. It's 167 for 6.
Father Christmas. Sean Pollock, he will not take a better catch in his whole life, ever. That is brilliant. Jonty Rhodes would have been extremely happy with that one. And Sean Pollock has taken one with his left hand, not the one that he would prefer, not his preferred one. It's just an outstanding catch. Dhoni must be wondering what's happened. He's got to go though. 167 for 6.
Well, the Fradians would have wanted to have Anil Kumble inside the first half hour of the second morning, and they've got their wish. Very, very experienced cricketer. Has a pretty good record against South Africa. Batting down the order. Has frustrated them over the years. And he joins Saurav Ganguly because of this quite unbelievable piece of fielding.
He just had the feeling Dhoni was ready to go. He'd been fiddling around, but he won't be dismissed by a better catch than that in his entire career. He's a young man just starting off, and he's got his miracle dismissal out the way very early on, and then Sean Pollock is the man who's done it left-handed and just in the end of the fingers. I was looking at the boundary, I've got to confess, and I think a lot of other people would have been. Brilliant from Sean Pollock.
Edge goal! Down at third slip. And Herschel Gibbs, the man in position. And that will be a great disappointment, 174 for 6.
Almost worth putting another man in there. He had a long way to go, Herschel Gibbs to his right. He's not going to play any shots, Anil Kumble. He's more of a pusher at the ball. And if you can just plug that gap, it's almost worth having no mid-off.
Oh, he's got that through. These are useful runs. It's 187 for 6. Like I mentioned earlier, Kumble will put a price tag on his wicket. He'll take the knocks, he'll look to get behind it. Real fighter.
Good shot as well. Just a late cut, no third man in position.
And into the safe hands, a second slip. Jack Callis making no mistake. And finally, Andre Nel rewarded.
Andre Nel getting the wicket that he so desperately wanted this morning. Tentative stroke by Anil Kumble. Just looked like initially he wanted to let it go, then he just hung the bat out. Jack Callis got very safe hands at second slip and 188 for 7. Very attacking field placing. 3 slips position, 2 gullies. Short leg. Zahir Khan on strike. He should enjoy bowling on this surface later on. He is bound to get a swing through the air and movement off the seam.
There it goes. Didn't get all of it. He's just chipped it over mid-on. Tini in pursuit. And a comfortable 3. 202 for 7. Oh, that's got to be close. Oh, he's almost walking. That was the brain fade. He was looking to smash it away. Sean Pollock outthought him. He's had quite a morning, Sean Pollock. Wonderful catch. Now he gets a wicket right at a vital time. And Zahir Khan has got to go absolutely plumb.
It didn't look as if it might have been the quick bouncer or one that nipped off the seam. May in fact have been a slow ball from Sean Pollock. That being the undoing of Khan, and would it have gone on to hit the stumps? Good enough, Mark Benson. Tiny little contribution from Khan, though. It comes to an end. India 205 now for 8.
Sri Sant comes to the crease, and that's because of a good piece of bowling from Sean Pollock. Slower delivery, right up in the block hole. A change of pace. Said it might work against the lower order, and it worked against Zahir Khan. Just the 8 matches. Last of 29, so he can't be an absolute mug with the bat. How will Ganguly play now? How will he play? Will he get on the charge?
He's got to get a bit of the strike first. quite happy to have Khan steal the strike. So you just don't need pace all the time. Crafty stuff from Pollock.
In the air and out. Straight away, Sean Pollock twice in the over. Neat catch from Hashim Amla. He had to make a little bit of ground to his left, but he had no trouble doing that. And again, the South African fielding has been wonderful.
Just a loop to backward point, but Amla had to pick it up and then move fairly quickly to his left. It's been the intensity about the South African fielding performance. And they're doing the job here. Sri Sant has to go for a duck. 205 for 9.
9 down for India. Vikram Singh comes to the crease as number 11, and at the other end on 39 is Saurav Ganguly, and I'm sure it will be the charge. It was a neat little catch from Amla. I think he thought it was coming to him initially, and then it just sort of bent away from a bit, so then he had to make a bit of ground to his left. Came at a nice pace to pouch it though. Sean Pollock 2 in the over. The end is nigh, but it might not be without a little bit of a fight from Ganguly. How will he play? That's how he'll play. And I tell you what, if he has a bit of luck, he could still get to 250.
This is a powerful stroke from him. The field is a bit spread. It's a deep mid-on. There's a man at backward square leg. Deep backward point. Mid-off has also gone back to the boundary. Has he been in the one-day squad? Have a look at that.
Well, he used to open the batting with Sachin, and they were a revered pair. Oh dear, oh dear. Take that, Jack Cullis. Did the right thing pitching it up, but he's not going to hang around. Whatever you can do, Saurav, I'll just better it.
It's taken everybody by surprise. Well, Callis pitch the next delivery up. 2 left in the over.
It's just a case, is it 2 short or 1 short? Because there's going to be a short ball, and I tell you who knows. There's a man going back at square leg. I tell you who knows is the batsman. It's just which one. Smacked away again. Baseball style. This is 2020.
Well, you made the point earlier, Barry. South Africa have just got to watch out here. These runs can hurt them at the end of the day. Callis, it won't be the first time that he's been in this situation.
Oh, it was up there, and he's been carved away to long off, looking for that slow ball into the middle leg stumps. It didn't work.
Well, Saurav Ganguly, you give me the one, I'll spank him over the boundary. Slower ball, and he picked it up. Just, well, he has been sitting on number 2 there for quite some time, and that slower ball was just about perfect in terms of half volley. Talking about clearing a left leg, that's ridiculous.
And another one, this time over the leg side, and that is 4 more. He's moving all over the crease as Pollock bowls, and he's picked them up 2 in a row.
Well, you got to get up in the hole there. This is almost like bowling at the death. It's got to go and hit off stump. Another slower ball from Pollock. And, well, he certainly has got a good eye. Toe end of the bat. Gives himself ample room outside leg stump and slogs it over mid-wicket for 4. These are annoying runs that India are getting right now. That's Ganguly's 50. Relief from the former captain of India, and appreciation from his teammates. He's done well under the circumstances, under huge pressure.
Yeah, he came in at a very tricky time, and he steered the innings through to what might well be a very, very good first innings here. And in the air, and Pollock surely must get his 4th wicket. And the end of the innings, 249 all out India. ending an exhilarating last wicket stand. Singh out for 29.
Finally, the wicket comes. Sean Pollock takes his 4th wicket, his 399th wicket. And he wanted that immediately. It's a good catch. It's gone quite high. And the Indian innings has come to an end. And a good job from Vikram Singh. He's gone for 29 of 19 balls. What a little partnership this was with former captain.
There's the card.
Yeah, Sean Pollock there, four times on there. And a good contribution from Ntini, who a little bit out of sorts, hasn't been himself by all accounts. But 249 India managed to get.
And this is where the concern was. Obviously, that partnership with Dravid and Tendulkar was vital. Kallis knocked both of them over. And then this one at the end here. 44 of 35 balls. Some body blows there to South Africa. Steyn injured, didn't bowl today. Ntini 3 for 57. Pollock, though, the outstanding bowler, 4 for 39. Nell 1 and Kallis 2. 249 all out India.